Picture this. You've spent months planning your cruise. You're finally at the terminal, counting down the minutes until your vacation begins. Then security pulls your suitcase aside, opens it, and starts removing your belongings. Not because you broke the law, not because you were trying to sneak something on board, but because you packed an item that thousands of honest cruise passengers bring every year without realizing it's prohibited. And once it's confiscated, there's a good chance you won't see it again until your cruise is over. In this video, we're counting down 12 common items that cruise security could confiscate in 2026. Some can delay your boarding, some can cost you money, and a few might completely surprise you. In fact, you may already have one of them packed. And trust me, the last few items are the ones even experienced cruisers still get wrong, so stick around until the end. Before we dive in, if you enjoy cruise travel tips, packing hacks, and money-saving advice, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. To make this guide as accurate as possible, I reviewed prohibited item policies across major cruise lines, including Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, Princess, Celebrity, and MSC. While every cruise line has slightly different rules, these are the items that most often catch passengers off guard. More importantly, I'll explain why they're restricted, what could happen if you pack them, and what to bring instead so you can board with confidence. Let's get started. Section 1. Looks harmless, but security may stop it. 12. Extension cords. Have you ever packed an extension cord without giving it a second thought? If so, you're definitely not alone. In fact, extension cords are among the most commonly confiscated items during cruise embarkation because many passengers don't realize they're prohibited. The reason comes down to safety. Cruise ships have complex electrical systems that are very different from those in a house, and extension cords, especially ones with built-in surge protection, can increase the risk of overheating or electrical issues. That's why most major cruise lines prohibit them, even if they're brand new or only a few feet long. The frustrating part is that many travelers pack them simply because cruise cabins often have very few outlets, especially near the bed or desk. It's an easy mistake to make, but it's also one that's easy to avoid. Instead of bringing an extension cord, pack a cruise-approved non-surge USB charging hub or power adapter. These are specifically designed for cruise travel and are accepted on most major cruise lines. You'll still be able to charge multiple devices without risking a delay at security. But charging mistakes don't end there. The next item catches even experienced cruisers by surprise. 11. Surge protectors. Here's a mistake even veteran cruisers still make. They know extension cords aren't allowed, so they pack a surge protector instead, thinking it's the safer option. Ironically, that's usually the one security is even more likely to confiscate. At first glance, a power strip and a surge protector can look almost identical. They both have multiple outlets, they both let you charge several devices, and they often come in the same size. But there's one important difference. A surge protector is designed to regulate electrical surges, while a basic power strip simply provides additional outlets without surge suppression. Because cruise ships already have sophisticated electrical protection built into their systems, adding another layer of surge protection can interfere with those systems. That's why many cruise lines specifically prohibit surge protectors. Before you pack, take a close look at your charger. If it says surge protection or lists a Joule rating, leave it at home. Instead, choose a cruise-approved power strip without surge protection or a multi-port USB charger that's designed for cruise cabins. It takes just a few seconds to check, but it can save you a frustrating conversation with security. And speaking of things that generate power, the next item creates a different kind of problem altogether. 10. Electric kettles and coffee makers. This next item seems completely harmless, until you remember what it has in common with a toaster. Both use powerful heating elements, and that's exactly why personal electric kettles and coffee makers are prohibited on most cruise ships. For many travelers, especially coffee lovers, packing a small travel kettle or compact coffee maker feels like a smart way to save money. But from the cruise line's perspective, any appliance that generates high heat inside a cabin increases the risk of fire. Even if you've used the same travel kettle for years without a problem, cruise security may still remove it before you board. Fortunately, you don't have to give up your morning routine. Most cruise ships offer complimentary hot water at the buffet, making it easy to prepare instant coffee, tea, oatmeal, or other hot drinks. Bringing a few packets of your favorite instant coffee, and a reusable travel mug can give you a familiar morning cup without violating cruise policies. It's a simple workaround that saves both money and hassle. Now I'm curious, have you ever had something confiscated at airport or cruise security? Let everyone know in the comments. It might help another traveler avoid the same mistake. Section 2. Expensive items that surprise people. 9. Clothing irons and steamers. Hundreds of passengers pack these every week without realizing they're prohibited. If you're hoping to press a few wrinkles out of your clothes before formal night, bringing a clothing iron or portable steamer might seem like a smart idea. Unfortunately, it's also one of the quickest ways to have an item confiscated during embarkation. The reason is simple. Both irons and steamers generate high heat. Inside a cruise cabin, where safety is a top priority, even a small appliance with a heating element can present a fire risk. That's why most major cruise lines include them on their prohibited items list. It doesn't matter if it's a compact travel model or one you've packed on previous vacations. If security finds it, there's a good chance it won't make it on board. The good news is that there are easy alternatives. A wrinkle-release spray can freshen up clothes in just a few minutes. Hanging your outfit in the bathroom while taking a hot shower allows the steam to help relax many wrinkles naturally. And if you want the best results, most cruise ships offer professional pressing or laundry services for a reasonable fee. A little planning can keep your clothes looking great without risking a delay at security. 8. Smart luggage. This suitcase might cost $500, but one tiny feature can stop it from boarding. Smart luggage has become increasingly popular thanks to built-in GPS tracking, USB charging ports, and integrated lithium batteries. But it's that battery that can create problems before your cruise even begins. The biggest issue isn't the suitcase itself, it's whether the lithium battery can be removed. Most cruise lines, along with airlines, follow strict safety rules for lithium batteries because they can pose a fire risk if damaged or overheated. If your smart suitcase has a non-removable battery, security may refuse to allow it on board. On the other hand, many smart suitcases with removable battery packs are acceptable, provided you remove the battery before checking the bag and carry it with you. Before your cruise, take a few minutes to check your luggage manufacturer's instructions. Make sure you know where the battery is, whether it can be removed, and whether your cruise line has any additional requirements. Spending 2 minutes checking now is much easier than scrambling to reorganize your belongings at the cruise terminal. 7. High-capacity power banks. Power banks have become one of the most useful travel accessories, especially on a cruise where you're constantly using your phone for photos, maps, cruise apps, and messaging. But not every power bank is treated the same, and bringing the wrong one could cause problems before you even step on board. Like smart luggage, the concern comes down to lithium batteries. Because these batteries can overheat under certain conditions, airlines and cruise lines have strict rules about how they're transported. In most cases, power banks should always be packed in your carry-on bag, never in checked luggage. If security discovers one inside a checked suitcase, your bag may be delayed or pulled aside for inspection. Capacity also matters. Extremely high-capacity power banks may be restricted or require additional approval depending on airline regulations and your cruise itinerary, especially if you're flying internationally before your cruise. Before you travel, check both your airline's battery policy and your cruise line's prohibited items list so there are no surprises at the terminal. The next item isn't electronic at all, but it's one of the most misunderstood cruise rules, and it catches far more passengers off guard than you might expect. Section 3. Items people assume are allowed. 6. Candles and incense. Apparently, cruise ships aren't fans of you creating your own spa experience. As relaxing as it might sound to light a scented candle or burn a little incense after a long day exploring a port, these are among the easiest items for cruise security to confiscate. The reason is straightforward. Anything with an open flame is considered a serious fire hazard. That includes traditional candles, incense sticks, oil lamps, and even some wax warmers or essential oil burners that rely on heat to release fragrance. Cruise ships have some of the strictest fire safety standards in the travel industry, so even small flame-producing items are typically prohibited in passenger cabins. If you enjoy having your cabin smell fresh, there are safer alternatives. Many travelers pack a small room spray or linen mist, provided it's allowed under the cruise line's policies. Others simply open the balcony door when permitted or let fresh air circulate after returning from shore. These options can keep your cabin feeling fresh without creating a safety concern. It may seem like a small item to pack, but when it comes to fire safety at sea, cruise lines simply don't take chances. 5. CBD, cannabis, and marijuana products. This next item causes more confusion than almost any other, and it's one of the biggest reasons passengers find themselves in uncomfortable conversations with security. CBD products, cannabis, and marijuana may be legal where you live, but that doesn't automatically mean they're allowed on a cruise. Cruise ships travel between different countries, each with its own laws. Even if recreational or medical marijuana is legal in your state or country, your itinerary may include destinations where possessing these products is strictly prohibited. On top of that, most cruise lines clearly state in their passenger contracts that marijuana, cannabis products, and many CBD products are not permitted on board, regardless of local laws. Medical marijuana can make the situation even more frustrating. A valid prescription at home doesn't necessarily override cruise line policies or the laws of the countries you'll be visiting. If prohibited products are discovered during security screening, they may be confiscated, and in some situations, passengers could face additional consequences depending on local regulations. The safest approach is simple. Legal at home doesn't necessarily mean legal at sea. Always review your cruise line's policies before packing. 4. Drones. Drones can capture incredible aerial footage, so it's easy to see why travelers want to bring them on vacation. But cruising with a drone isn't always as simple as packing it in your suitcase. Some cruise lines allow passengers to bring drones on board for transportation, but they prohibit flying or launching them from the ship itself. Even if your cruise line permits you to carry one, many ports of call have their own restrictions or require permits before recreational drone flights are allowed. In some destinations, flying a drone without authorization can result in fines or confiscation by local authorities. There's also the battery issue. Most drones use lithium batteries, which are subject to airline and cruise safety rules. Batteries should generally be carried in your carry-on luggage rather than checked bags, and it's important to follow any limits set by your airline before your cruise even begins. If your goal is simply to capture amazing vacation memories, you may not need a drone at all. Modern smartphones and compact action cameras can produce stunning photos and videos without the extra hassle of researching drone laws in every destination. Quick question: which of these surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Section 4. The items that can cause the biggest headaches. 3. Prescription medications. This isn't about whether prescription medications are allowed. They usually are. It's about how you pack them. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of cruise travel, and getting it right can save you time, stress, and unnecessary questions during embarkation. Whenever possible, keep your prescription medications in their original pharmacy-labeled containers, especially if they're controlled substances or medications that could raise questions during security screenings or at international ports. Some countries have strict rules about certain medications, so it's also a good idea to research the destinations on your itinerary before you travel. If you rely on prescription medication daily, ask your doctor for a copy of your prescription or a letter explaining your medical condition and the medications you need. While you may never have to show it, having that documentation can make things much easier if questions come up. One more important tip: always pack your medications in your carry-on bag, never in checked luggage. If your suitcase is delayed or temporarily unavailable, you'll still have access to the medication you need. A little preparation goes a long way toward ensuring your vacation starts smoothly. 2. Medical devices. Medical devices are another area where a little planning can make all the difference. Whether you use a CPAP machine, portable oxygen equipment, a mobility scooter, or medication that requires temperature control, don't assume every cruise line handles these items the same way. Most cruise lines gladly accommodate guests with medical needs, but they often ask to be notified before you're sailing. Contact your cruise line as soon as possible, ideally several weeks before departure, to let them know what equipment you'll be bringing. This gives them time to arrange any necessary accommodations, such as distilled water for a CPAP machine, electrical needs, refrigerated medication storage, or accessibility assistance. If your equipment uses lithium batteries, check both the cruise line's policy and your airline's rules if you're flying to your departure port. Battery restrictions can vary depending on the type and capacity of the device. It's also smart to travel with any required documentation from your healthcare provider, particularly if you're carrying specialized medical equipment. The more prepared you are before embarkation, the easier the boarding process is likely to be. A quick phone call before your cruise can prevent unnecessary delays and help ensure everything is ready when you arrive. 1. Oversized alcohol and restricted beverages. More passengers lose these at embarkation than almost any other item. Alcohol policies are one of the biggest sources of confusion for cruise travelers because every cruise line has its own rules, and assuming they're all the same can be an expensive mistake. Many cruise lines allow guests to bring a limited amount of wine or champagne on embarkation day, but hard liquor and large quantities of beer are often prohibited. Even when wine is permitted, there may be limits on how many bottles each guest can bring, and some cruise lines charge a corkage fee if you choose to enjoy your own bottle in a restaurant instead of your cabin. If you arrive with alcohol that exceeds the cruise line's limits or includes prohibited beverages, security will typically confiscate it during embarkation. Depending on the cruise line, the alcohol may either be discarded or securely stored and returned to you at the end of the voyage. Policies vary, so it's always worth checking before you pack. The bottom line is simple. Knowing your cruise line's alcohol policy ahead of time can save you money, avoid delays at security, and help your vacation get off to the smooth start you've been looking forward to. Before you zip up your suitcase, take one last look at this list. You might save yourself a costly surprise at the terminal. Cruise rules aren't designed to catch you off guard, but they do change, and they're not always the same from one cruise line to another. Taking just 5 minutes to check your cruise line's prohibited items list before you pack can save you time, money, and a lot of unnecessary stress at the terminal. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. It helps more cruisers discover these tips before they sail. And if you want to stay ahead of changing cruise rules, avoid expensive mistakes, and learn the smartest cruise tips, hacks, and money-saving strategies, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Before you head off to pack, don't miss the next video on your screen about the biggest cruise packing mistakes travelers still make. It could save you even more money, frustration, and hassle, and help make your next cruise your smoothest vacation yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.